Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by today, and I'm very glad to have you back on this channel. And to our first viewers, I say thank you so much for stopping by. Please don't just stop by, try as much as possible to click on the subscribe button, click on the notification button, and don't forget to like as well. And please lastly, don't forget to share. So thank you so much. So today I'll be making a tutorial of the latest and popular lunch bag. If you're very current, then you should know the lunch bag I'm talking about. So without waste too much of our time, let's get started into the main work. So the measurements I'll be making use of is the length of 12 inches, while the width is going to be 20 inches. If you want the length to be kind of smaller than that, if you want a smaller size, you can make use of probably 19 by 9, 19 by 10, 18 by, just factor your own measurements out. Do you understand? But for me, I'll be making, because I want something big, so I'll be making use of the length of 12 inches, while the width is going to be 20 inches. So in allowance is inclusive, and I'll be needing 2 pieces of that, so I'll be cutting 2 equal pieces of that. So let's get started, please. So the first part I'll be working on is the front part. So to the direction of the length, I'll be marking in 3.5 inches, and to the direction of the width, I'll be marking in 4.5 inches. So just for me to create my curve line. Do you understand? Just for me to create the curve line. Once I'm done with the cutting, I'll be using it to curve out the second part. Yeah, I'll be using it to curve out the second part. The next thing I need to work on is the back part. So in working on the back part, I'll be creating my curve line also. So in creating my curve line, I'll be, to the direction of the length, I'll be taking in 4.5 inches, and to the direction of the width, I'll be taking in 3.5 inches, and then I'll be creating my curve. So instead of me using my hand to create the curve, because definitely I won't get a balanced shape, so what I just did was to take my front part and place it on the back part, so that I can create the curve, so that it can get balanced. We're using that to cut the second part. If you look very well, you notice that the curved part of the front is at the upper part, while the curved part of the back is at the side part. Do you understand? Please try as much as possible to take note of that, so you won't get confused. And at the down part of the back, I'll be giving it a little curve as well. So I'll be making use of 1 inch to the direction of the length, and then 1 inch to the direction of the width. The next thing I need to fix now is my undo. So in fixing my undo, I'll be needing another piece of material. For the piece of material, the length is going to be 1 inch, and then for the width is going to be 16 inches. So I'll be piping it on both sides. So let's get started to the sewing part. Now I'm done with the piping of the handle. So before fixing the handle, I'll be fixing my character. Yeah, I'll be fixing my character before fixing the handle. So just try as much as possible to place it well. Don't forget, I'll be leaving 2.5 inches at the upper part before fixing my character and my handle. So at the sides, I'll be leaving about 1/3 on both sides. Yeah, I'll be leaving 1/3 on both sides before fixing my character. Once I'm done with the fixing of the character, I'll be fixing my undo. So in fixing my undo, from the side I'll be sewing about 4 inches. Yeah, on both sides I'll be sewing about 4 inches. That is where my sewing is going to stop on both sides. And once I'm done with the fixing of the undo, the next thing I need to fix now is my zipper. So in fixing my zipper, most lunch bags that I've come across, it always opens to the end. Do you understand? It always opens to the end, but I don't want that. So what I did was to attach a little piece of material of about one quarter, because the width of the zipper is about 1/4. So what I did was to attach a small piece of material of about 1/4 inches by 12.5 inches to the end of the zipper. Do you understand? So, but make sure you insert your, make sure you fixing your zip head to the zipper before fixing the material, before fixing the small piece of material. Do you understand? Please just watch me closely, you understand. So now I'm done with this part. I'm still going to repeat the same process for the other zip end, but before doing that, I'll be fixing the zipper to the main body. Do you understand? To the front body, and when we get to that part, I will tell you what to do. I will tell you how to do the same thing for the other zip end. But before fixing the zipper to the front body, I'll be fixing my foam and then my lining. So I have another light leather material that I'll be using for my lining. Do you understand? It's also waterproof. Yeah, it's also waterproof. So that is the main reason I'll be using it to line the lunch bag. And then I'll run the stitch across all edges. Now we can start with the fixing of the zipper to the main body. Please watch me closely so that you can get how I fix this zipper part, so that you won't get confused. Now I've gotten to the part where I mentioned earlier. So what I need to do is to also locate the middle, the place where I'm fixing, the place where my leather material is going to start. So I'll be cutting the remaining of the zipper off, and then I will attach my leather material. Before attaching my leather material, please insert your second zip head. And once I'm done with the fixing of the zipper, I'll be piping it all around. Like I said earlier, I said the leather I'm working with, that I'm going to use for the lining is waterproof. So let me just prove that to you. I just poured in water now. I just poured water on top of the leather. You will see that it will still be there. The water is still going to be there, except to clean it off. Do you understand? So you can get there's lining, there's waterproof lining. You can use that in place of this leather. Do you understand? It all boils down to your choice and then how well your customer pays. So please, you can use waterproof lining and then you can work with a leather also. So the next thing is to work on my back body. So in working on my back body, the first thing I'll be attaching is my big belt. Yeah, this is my webbing. It's called webbing. So I'll be attaching my big webbing. So the length of the webbing I'm working with is length of 53 inches. Yeah, 53 inches. You can decide to make, if you're making a smaller bag, you can decide to make use of probably 45, 48, 42. But I'm working with a big bag, I'm working with a big measurement, so that's why I'm using 53 inches. So for the side, I'll be leaving about 2 inches before fixing it. Yeah, for the side, I mean by the side, I'll be leaving 2 inches before fixing it, and then at the upper part I'll be leaving 2.5 inches at the upper part. That is where my sewing is going to stop, and I'll be repeating the same process for the other end. And once I'm done with that, I'll be fixing my foam and my lining, and I'll be running the stitch across all edges, but I'll be doing that off the camera. Now once I'm done with it, I'll be notching the middle. I'll be notching both the middle of the upper part and the down part. So once I'm done with this, I'll be fixing both the front body and the back body together. But in fixing that together, I'll be using my pin first. You can use your binder clip. I don't have that, but I'll be using my pin just to pin it down to see the way it looks. Do you understand? So, and see this part, you just have to watch closely, and then you have to make sure you are fixing it correctly. Yeah, you have to make sure you are fixing it correctly. So that's what I'm using. That's what I'll be using pin first to pin it all down, to be sure it gives me the shape that I want before sewing it. I'm here to pin the down part. I only pin the starting from the side to the upper part, so I'll be running a stitch. I'll be sewing it now. Now I'm done sewing the side, so the next thing I need to do now is to sew this part. I'll be sewing this part. It's still part of the side anyway, it's still part of the side, so I'll be sewing both sides. Now I'm done sewing both sides. So the next thing I need to do now is to pipe it all around. Yeah, I'll be removing the pin that I used to pin the down part, and then I'll be piping it all around. I'll be fixing the piping of the camera. So now I'm done piping it around. So the next thing I need to do now is to, or should I say the last thing I need to do now is to sew the bottom. So in sewing the bottom, what I need to do is to turn it inside. Do you understand? Don't forget this is the outside part of the material. So for me to sew the bottom now, I have to turn it inside. Please, this is the last part. And then you need to watch closely. Like, you need to watch closely, because this part is kind of tricky. Sincerely speaking, this part is kind of tricky, so you need to watch closely so that you can get this part. Don't forget I said we notch the middle of both front and back, but both the upper part and the down part. So now you have to make the notch to tally together so that you can get both edges, just to sew. Now I'm done fixing the bottom part. Please don't forget to pipe here. Actually forget to pipe here. I forgot to pipe. Then I'll be doing that later. But once you are done with the sewing of the down part, which is the bottom, just pipe it straight. Do you understand? Just pipe it and then turn it outside. So let me turn it outside so you can see the outcome. You can see the outcome. Let me use this period to sound the reminder to those people that are interested in learning how to stamp your leather craft, be it bag making, shoe making, anything as far as it is leather, as far as you're working with leather, do you understand? So if you're interested in how to stamp your leather craft to make you exceptional from other brand, the tutorial is coming this Friday, and I've been sounding the reminder always, and this will be the last reminder. Well, I'll still remind you guys tomorrow. So the tutorial is scheduled for this Friday, this coming Friday and Saturday. If you know you've registered already, I say congratulations. And if you know you are yet to register and you wish to be a partaker of this tutorial, send the DM on WhatsApp 070 41 30 73 75 070 41 30 73 75. Send a DM on WhatsApp so I can get you registered. So now we've come to the end of today's tutorial. Can you see the outcome of the bag? Can you see? I actually love this bag because it's kind of giving vibes. I actually love the design anyway. I love it. At least we have something unusual, different from the our usual lunch bag. Sure, you understand. So this is the outcome. If you want something smaller than this, then definitely you can factor out your measurement. And if you want something bigger than this, but something bigger than this, will it be nice? Well, it will. Probably if you're using it for a school bag. Well, we've come to the end of today's tutorial. Even though you're a first time viewers, like I said earlier, please don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to like this video, because I'm very sure you find it helpful. So don't forget to like this video and don't forget to share as well. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. I still remain Adiola of the Fashion School, a school of elegance and styles. Thank you so much. Bye.